number 12, Sydney Puckering. Number 15, Jaya Rigan. Number 17, Madeline Robbins. And wearing number 10, Leah Simon. The coaching staff, the coach, Case Downey. Assistant coach, Nino Colorasi. Manager, Joanne Boyle. Assistant, Alex Michelow. And assistant, Mark Maunder. And now for the lineup for the home team, the Woodbridge Strikers. Number 2, Ida Metzelli. Number 3, Andrea Terrell. Number 5, Elisa Hofield. Wearing number 7, Chloe Zamparelli. Number 8, Lindsay Appleton. Number 9, Ashley LaFranco. Wearing number 10, Vanessa Zavillas. Number 11, Tanya Sauniers. Number 14, Arden Parker. Number 15, Talia Boucher. Number 16, Catalin Toney. Wearing number 17, Brigitte Pullins. Number 18, Juliana Fernandez. Wearing number 19, Michelle Jodaman Narajan. Wearing number 23, Michaela Riccia. Team officials, Coach Mario Gallardi. Assistant coach, Dave Porco. Manager, Adriana Costanero. Assistant, Jack Zamparelli. And now introducing our match officials who were appointed for today's Ontario Cup final. Referee, Stephanie Hebert. Assistant referee, Henry Kim. Assistant referee, Joe Lau. And the fourth official, Charles White-Pont. Ladies and gentlemen, special guest with us today, representing the Ontario Soccer Association, Ron Smale, the president of the OSA.
And with the anthem finishing, welcome back to Vaughan, Ontario for the Under-16 Girls Ontario Cup Championship here at the beautiful OSA. We've had a little bit of rain go in and out here this morning. It's now into the afternoon here. As we're here, we're witnessing these championships between the Burlington Bayhawks and the Woodbridge Strikers. This one's going to be a very tight affair between these two teams in the OSL division. Woodbridge coming in with a record of 13-0-2, and Burlington coming in with a record of 11-1-1. That one loss going to these Woodbridge Strikers. So we're going to have to wait and see here as we get this game getting ready and underway here at the OSA. This is your commentator Martin Ohms here to give you this match between these two very strong teams here. We just witnessed an absolute thriller in the under 14 boys finals that went to the 10th shooter in the penalty kicks. So there is no extra time anymore, so if it does remain tied after the full time, we go to straight to penalty kicks. So we had the announcing of the lineup. You have for the Bayhawks in goal, you got McCaslin. In front of her, she got Flynn, Gergich, Morel, McGarra, Leslie, Boyle, Simon, Galloway, Puckering, Cialaro, Buckner, Reagan, Roberts, McCauley, and Bertuzzi. And their coach is Case Downey. They came in winning their Pool B in Group 2, then defeating Saltfleet in those penalty shots before defeating Cambridge 6-0 in the semifinals to get to this position. While the Woodbridge Strikers, they have Micelli, Tyrell, Hallfeld, Zomparelli, Appleton, Lofranco, DeVellis, Saunders, Parker, Boucher, Tonne, Pullins, Fernandez, and goal is Govidarajan and Recchia. And they're coached by Mario Gagliardi. And they won Group 3 Pool A in Georgetown, then won 4-1 against Ottawa before defeating London 6-0 in a similar scoreline to get to this point. What we've been seeing from both these two teams, a lot of goals for, very few against. Woodbridge 6 goals against all season long. So it's going to be a very tight scoring affair. These two teams have played each other twice so far in the OISL season. They tied 1-1 in their first meeting, and the second one giving Burlington its first loss of the season, and it was a 3-1 in favor of the Woodbridge Strikers. Heard the opening whistle from the referee on this rainy afternoon here in Vaughan. It will be the Woodbridge Strikers in white. They'll be going from your right to your left as the Burlington Bayhawks are in the blues, going from your left to your right. Leading goal scorers for both sides. Look on the Strikers, look for Tyrell. She's got 15 goals so far in the OSL season. And Boyle over on the Bayhawks, she's got 13 herself. I'd like to, of course, always thank the people that have been able to put this event on. It is Room Roster. Many of our Ontario Cup teams have traveled across the province to play in their round-robin, knockoff, and finals matches. Room Roster, the presenting partner and official accommodation provider of the Ontario Cup, has been there along the way to assist teams in finding the best group rates in the most team-friendly hotels for their overnight stay. Room Roster is also an online tournament management system that allows tournament organizers to do their job better, faster, with less headaches and more profitability than ever before, all while providing tournament participants a current, easy to use mobile or desktop application for planning and communicating. Visit roomroster.com to find out more as both teams come out to take the field here in this Ontario Cup Finals Championship between the Burlington Bayhawks and the Woodbridge Strikers. It's going to be the Strikers with the ball first. Pullins is going to get the action going underway here for the team in white. And the under-16 girls final is underway. Boucher passes it over towards the back line, and the Strikers will knock it around the back. Make sure everyone gets a touch into the game. Pass down the line here for Tyrell. Tyrell, though, gets it knocked away from Gergich. Gergich down the right side, trying to work her way through, but can't do so. And Gergich gets that ball back, and she's going to try and reset with her defense. A little bit of a late back pass, and Leslie's under some pressure, and she's able to get rid of the pressure. And the Bayhawks resume control of the ball. Regan into the middle, try to play it over for Boyle. There's Boyle on the chase. Boyle still getting to it. Boyle, though, gets it body to side, still going for it. But Holfeld is able to get it away for the Strikers after a little bit of miscommunication in the back. Leslie, she's under some pressure coming in from Poulins, and the Strikers regain possession of the ball. Poulins looking for some options. Saw the run from Tyrell. Try to play it through to her, but Leslie's able to block it. Strikers, though, still with the ball. DeVellis for Poulins. Poulins is going to go for it, but it's not going to trouble McCaslin in goal. McCaslin's kick goes to midfield, won by LaFranco, but it goes straight to the Burlington Bayhawks. Regan trying to play down the line. Gergich is just going to watch this one go out. And she thought it was her ball, but it's going to be a Strikers throw instead, as Michelli's going to take the throw. Tolnay, she's going to carry down the left wing. She still got it, does Tolnay. Tolnay down the left side. She's going to cut inside, get by one. And the second defender is able to take it away from her. And that is Gergich. She'll send it all the way down the field, and the Strikers will regain possession of the ball again, as LaFranco will switch it over, and coming all the way back is DeVellis to try to keep it in. A little bit too far away from her, and the Bayhawks will win a throw now. We'll see if they can get some touches going forward in this game. Back pass to the keeper and sent down the field. Bayhawks still resume possession of the ball as the player in the midfield, as Buckner tried to go for goal. But Boyle blocked the shot in a second effort from distance. Goes straight into the hands of Govi Darajan. Burlington wins the ball in the air. Boyle is battling with it with the Strikers D. LaFranco, and LaFranco wins this battle as she tried to play the ball up for DeVellis. And that ball is just going to go out, and Leslie just shielding it away and making sure it goes out for the throw. I'd like to thank everyone who's tuned in here for the Ontario Cup final broadcast here, as the passes will go around the back line for the Bayhawks. Try to bring it through the midfield, finds its way to Boyle. Boyle trying to work her way past LaFranco. That's going to be a battle to keep an eye out for this game. Robbins, back to Leslie. Down on the left side, and a foot in there from DeVellis forces the Burlington player out for a throw. That looks like it was McCauley over on the far side. Throw goes over the head of Boyle, and she'll give chase. Pass turned over by the Strikers, and coming in quickly, try to get through was Robbins. Now she's going to get some help from Buckner, and here comes Buckner. Buckner's going to go from distance, but can't find his way onto goal. Got to test the goalie early, and especially with a wet field, the ball's very slippery. The ball will skip much quicker on the turf than it would normally. Deep ball trying to find Tyrell on the side. Hits off of Gergich last. And it's going to be a white throw. Michelli for this Woodbridge Strikers down the line. And not too sure who that hit off of last. It's hit off of the defender. It's number 13. Michelli in for Tyrell. Tyrell trying to get it through, go down the line, couldn't do so. And it goes out for a throw. Deep throw, headed on by Boyle. Finds its way through for the Strikers. There's Poulins taking two defenders on her as Poulins. and she's able to play into the middle of the field. She gets some help from Boucher. Boucher will switch it over the far side for Zamparelli. Zamparelli doesn't see anything going forward, brings it back to the defense, and Burlington's putting a high press on this defense, trying to see if they can force a turnover. And Boyle screaming, it did hit off of the hand of the defender, but play will continue. As Hofeld took a little bit of a slip, and Gergich is able to hit it off of Tyrell, and it's going to be a striker's throw down the line. McChelly with the throw, trying to find Poulins. Had away by Cialaro, and it goes right down to the top of the box. Striker's trying to bring that ball into the corner is Boucher. Boucher plays it into the middle, still bouncing around. I think that hit off a Burlington player last, so McAslin is being forced to pick up the ball. Doing the smart thing here, letting her players get set up and knocking it down the field, and Zamparelli has to go all the way back. She'll play it back for a keeper. And doing well there is Govidarajan, as she'll play down on the right side, and the strikers are going to try and go quickly the other way. Great crowd in here on hand. We've seen some great crowds. They brought a little bit, Brampton East brought a bit of a drumming crew with them. They were playing music the whole game. But we still got a great crowd in here on this rainy afternoon here in Vaughan. Nice little moves by DeVellis over on the far side. Trying to switch it over to Tyrell. And Cialaro's there, and she'll be able to clear it away down the side. And Michelli's going to run up, try to beat the play, but it's Riggin who gets to it first. But not giving up with it is Michelli. Still battling with Riggin. And Riggin, though, wins it, and she'll send it down the line. Hofeld settles it. Toney gets brought down by Riggin, and it's going to be a free kick for the Strikers. If you're just tuning in, 8 minutes into this first half here in this Under 16 Girls Ontario Cup Final. No score between these two teams. We just witnessed the Brampton East Blades defeat the London Whitecaps, and penalty kicks gone down to the 10th shooter to decide the champion there. This game expects to be a very tight affair between these two teams, who are very strong in the OISL division. Nice little movement here coming in through. Are the Bayhawks blocked there? Hofeld still trying to go forward from distance as Reagan. And it'll be handled by Govidarajan, as Galloway had a good look going in through on that right side, making a nice run, but she got shut down by the Strikers D. DeVellis trying to find Poulins, and Cialaro and Poulins collide with one another, and play will continue. Coach Gagliardi for the Strikers can't believe there was no call there. And play continues. Tyrell intercepts it on the top of the box. Tyrell, her shot gets blocked. One in the air by Toney. She gets it knocked away by Boyle, who dropped back for the Bayhawks. Robbins. She can't go further than Toney intercepts. Both teams still feeling each other out. As we try to get forward, as Boucher tries to get that return pass, and Gergich is under intense pressure here from number 3, Andrea Tyrell. Tyrell still going with it. Plays into the middle. Open player on the top, takes a shot, but it goes over the goal. DeVellis found herself open on the top of the box. Maybe could have afforded a touch there, but she tried to go first time and hit it over the Burlington goal. One in the air by the Strikers, trying to keep it in his DeVellis. She does well, and she hits it down the line for Poulins. Poulins back to DeVellis. She'll cut inside and try to switch the play over to the far side, but be brought down by LaFranco. And for Poulins. Pullins is going to drive to the corner. Plays into the penalty spot. Still bouncing around. Tolnay to the left foot. Low shot saved by McCaslin. That ball bounced around on the top of the box. Tolnay took a touch and fired a hard and low shot with her left foot. Just didn't get the pace behind it to trouble McCaslin in goal. Hofeld tried to keep that one in play. Has it roll off her foot. Like I said, the ball moving a lot quicker on the wet turf here. And it goes out for a Burlington throw. High throw, no blue jersey in sight though, as Tolnay will head it out. And that forces Robbins to hit that one out of play for Woodbridge throw. Bouncing forward and an outside by Galway. Galway trying to send the player on the far side. That's Morel. Couldn't do so, and DeVellis is going to try and bring it through the other way. Ball goes up, bounces off of the leg of Leslie, and here comes Boucher still going for the Strikers. Boucher's got two players in the box. She's going to try to work her way past Leslie. A hard physical battle between the two, and it's going to end up with a free kick going in the way of the Bayhawks as Boucher went a little bit too physical in front of the assistant referee. Burlington trying to settle the play down, get into the game themselves here. Now bring a cock, one by Lofranco in the air. And this time the second ball headed down the field. Zamparelli giving chase, going to play it all the way back to our keeper. That's a defense that has very confident in the back line when you know, even under pressure, they could send it all the way back. Zamparelli's ball trying to find Poulins on the side. Leslie is able to block that one, and it goes out for a striker's throw. Taking charge of Poulins. Flicks this one on. Leslie, though, is able to block it, but goes straight back to the Strikers. DeVellis, she plays the ball inside the box. Cialao can't clear it away. Tyrell is battling for it. And Gergich is able to get a foot in there as the goalie comes out to collect the free ball. High kick in the air. Trying to bring it down was Riggin. Riggin still giving chase. As the Strikers will get control of that ball, and Hofeld will pass it around in the back line and get control with it. Appleton. She'll send a high ball on the right side, trying to find DeVellis. And McCauley's able to win, and she hits it over to Morel over on the far side for the Burlington Bayhawks. But the Strikers are able to get control of the ball. Here comes Lofranco. Down the right side, Boucher. She's got a ton of space behind her. As trying to get back is McCauley. Boucher tried to play a ball in the box. It looked like it hit off of the toe, though, on the cross. And it's going to go out for a goal kick. Coach Case Downey having a word with his midfielders, trying to tell them where to pass the ball around on the field, try to avoid giving it into open space. It looks like Burlington might be making an early substitution, not happy with what's going on in these first 14 minutes. High ball in the air, and it's going to continue to bounce around, and DeVellis will be able to get to it. She's going to battle with Morel. DeVellis trying to keep it down on the line, and it's going to go out for a Burlington throw. So it's going to be Kiara Flynn coming into the game for Burlington, as the throw will find its way over for Boyle. Boyle's going to try and body her way through the Strikers' defense, but getting taken away by Tolnay. Cialaro try to get back to Gergich, and Tyrell has just been all over that defense, almost forcing a huge turnover. And DeVellis does well as McCauley, though, push on the back, and it's going to be a free kick for the Strikers on the far sideline. both teams putting a high press on those defense, and they're starting to create those turnovers. Tolnay and Boucher are both on the ball. Ball inside the box. That goes over everybody's head and out the other side. Still going into the corner. Trying to keep it out. Did they hit it off of? Yes, she did. Great job by Tyrell hitting off of Gergich, and she's able to win the throw. This time, though, it's going to be a Burlington throw as it goes off her foot, and here comes the substitution. And it's a switch in the left fullback position. So a lot of runs have been going through for DeVellis and Boucher over on that right side of the field. So Flynn is going to see if she can now shut down that attack on the far side of the field. As Coach K said, is just going to have a word with McCauley what to switch up for the next time she goes on. And Coach Gagliardi noticing they made a tactical switch, putting in a defender switch on the left side. So DeVellis is now going to switch over to the left striker position, and Tyrell's going over to the right side now as putting some great pressure in there is Riggin and Boyle going on the attack as they force that ball to go out of play for a throw-in as Michelli can't get to it. So now DeVellis is over here on the near side of the field, and Tyrell over on the far side now. As DeVellis has had a good, strong start, they want to keep it going. Hofeld able to bring it down, has Michelli down right on the line. Tolnay, she'll try to send a through ball and can't find Pullins though. And some quick touches there, and Burlington's able to send it down the field. Hofeld brings it back to the keeper, and the keeper, great touch there. Govidarjan hits it over to Michelli. Long ball high in the air there from Tolnay, and Leslie will be able to head it on back and forth, and it finds its way over to Poulins. DeVellis trying to see if she could play a switch, didn't get much onto that one. Boyle able to get back, the captain for the Bayhawks. She'll be able to get to, keeps it in on the sideline, and Boyle's got some space, waiting for a run, trying to find Galway, but stopped by LaFranco. Buckner trying to complete the switch now. Finds Flynn. Flynn's made a run down the line. There goes Flynn. Flynn plays it into the box. No blue jersey there. And Govidarjan's just going to settle the ball down and kick this one down the field. A nice kick over to DeVellis. Michelli, though, fans on the kick right there. Finds its way to Galway. Galway has a hit off her hand, but referee didn't see that one, but it doesn't matter as the strikers are able to clear it away. Gergich. Robbins. Try to play a through ball, and LaFranco, using her tall frame, is able to block any pass in that central midfield so far. As the ball goes in through on the right side, here comes Tyrell. Tyrell against Flynn. Tyrell still using her pace again through, trying to play his ball inside the box. Takes a deflection, and Cialaro is able to get to it, and she'll send it down, but it goes straight to LaFranco, who can put them right back under pressure. She's going to try and take a shot, but that goes straight into the waiting arms of McGaslin, and she'll make the save. 19 minutes played, no score between the Burlington Bayhawks and the Woodbridge Striker. You're here watching the Under-16 Girls Ontario Cup Finals. Galway sending a through ball and trying to find Reagan. And Woodbridge is able to come out and collect the ball, and they're going to go try and go quickly the other way. Michelli down the line. That got read by Gergich. She finds Boyle. Boyle cuts into the middle. One-on-one with Hofeld. Boyle goes wide. Goes for goal. Takes a deflection. Govidarjan gets a touch onto that one, and that was enough. As Morel was there on the far post. And just because the keeper got the touch, Morel got out of position. And Burlington couldn't get down for it, but a great run there from Boyle and some good pressure coming in from Gergich. Buckner trying to find Boyle. This time Hofeld's able to block it. Reagan gets it taken away by DeVellis, and she's going to send the ball down the field. collision between both players, and Poulins falls down, and it's going to be a free kick for the Strikers. As Toney will take this one quickly to Tyrell. Trying to see if she can find the player in the middle, and Leslie hits it down and yelling at her players to push up the line. Kick from the keeper, Govidarjan, goes out of play for a throw-in. And Flynn will throw it in. 2 white players went for that one, and it goes right to the blue jersey of Buckner. Poulins battling with Leslie, hits it back for Toney. Toney tried to send Tyrell, but it couldn't do so as the ball goes right down the middle. Cialara taking her time, hits it down on the far sideline for Morel. She has a roll off her foot for a split second, but she's able to recover now, and she'll hit it over to Buckner. Burlington trying to knock it around the back line, get some passes together, get themselves into the game. Robbins. Player over the back, trying to play up for Boyle. Finds Hofeld instead, and LaFranca will get it. She's going to try and send Tyrell, and Flynn's got to drop back. Tyrell gets to it. She's on top of the box for Boucher. Boucher battling hard with Buckner, and Buckner just gets a foot in there and clears it out for a throw-in. Reminder, coming up next will be the under-16 boys final between Waterloo United and the Scarborough Wexford Stingers. Ball goes inside the box, headed around, and it looked like it hit off of a Burlington player, bouncing around and gets cleared away. Still going with his. Boucher is able to control the ball. Looks like Burlington's going to be making a triple substitution in the 23rd minute. Still no score between these two teams here, between Burlington and Woodbridge Strikers. As the throw goes down the line, trying to keep it in with Poulins, and it hits off of her and goes out for a throw. As now they're going to make all those 3 changes. I see Sabrina Bertuzzi, Leah Simon, and number 12, Sydney Puckerin, all coming into the game. Burlington's coach K-Sound not liking what he's seeing on the field clearly, and wants to make some changes on the field and see if he can get something going forward. So it's going to be Captain Leslie coming off for Puckerin in the center back. Number 11, Galway, coming off in the attacking midfield. And the final player will be Morel over on the far side of the field, as Bertuzzi will come on in place of her. They got to get some action going on that far side of the field in Burlington. Let's see if these fresh legs can help them out. As Bertuzzi is able to win that ball, and she'll try to switch it over. Can't find a blue jersey, and it'll be sent on Michelli. DeVillis for Woodbridge. Finds his way back to Michelli. She's going to try and use her pace and blow by the Burlington player. And Reagan doing well. And a little bit too aggressive was Michelli onto the back of Reagan. And Burlington will win a free kick. Ball down the line. Buckner try to flick it on to Reagan. Goes out for a throw. Michelli has a couple runs coming in. Poulins is asking for it. Goes over her head though, and she's going to give chase. Poulins gets knocked down by Puckerin. Woodbridge looking for a free kick. Not going to get it as play will continue. Nice play by Toney. Toney going around the midfield. She's going to go for it from distance, but straight to McAslin and goal. Always a good thing when you want to test the keeper from distance. My McAslin looks very confident in the back line. Reminder, these two teams have played during this OISL season. 1-1 tie in the first meeting, and a 3-1 victory for Woodbridge in their second and most recent meeting. Flynn, touch rolls off her foot, and it goes all the way back to Zamparelli and the defense for the Strikers. She tried to play a ball down the line, And it's going to go for a Burlington throw. As it looks like Woodbridge is going to be making their first substitution at the 25th minute. And a tactical switch for Burlington here. Burlington's just not liking what they're seeing on the far side of the field. They're switching Gergich over to the far side and putting Flynn on the near side. Trying to see if they can make any tactical switch to get the ball and get the play going there. Boyle doing well, hits the ball forward as she falls down. But it goes straight to Hofeld, who will send it up the field. Pullins tries to go forward, meets the strong leg of Gergich. And here comes Burlington trying to go the other way. Bertuzzi, Boyle. Her pass gets blocked. And going forward is number 10, Simon. She gets her opportunity blocked, and Boucher is just going to try and settle it down, let some white jerseys go forward. But instead, she's just going to hit this one down the field and have Tyrell give chase. Gergich, she's got time. Into the middle. Simon. Riggin. Buckner. Buckner try to turn, but Hofeld gets a step in there, and Tone hits it up for DeVellis. Here comes DeVellis. Into the middle for Poulins. Poulins, though, gets it knocked away by Cialara. Simon trying to see if she can find the run of Riggin. Too far ahead of her, and it goes straight to Michelli. Franco switches it over to Zamparelli, and Woodbridge continuously attacking through on that far side of the field. As Tyrell's going to body her way past Skirgich. Tyrell still going with it. Tyrell still gets the pass off to Poulins. DeVellis, is she going to go for it? She fakes a shot, and diving in there was number 17, Robbins, able to block it, and Buckner gets a second foot and shuts down that Woodbridge attack. Hofeld down the line, and DeVellis couldn't control and is going to go for a Burlington throw. And now it's going to be Woodbridge's first substitution. Unfortunately, the referee didn't see this call for the substitution, so play continues. As DeVellis in for Tolnay. For Poulins. Poulins has had a very busy 27 minutes of the game. A lot of the play going through her. DeVellis trying to see if she can get it over the defense of Puckerin. Couldn't find a way through. Reminder that Martin Basil Photography is in around the field taking pictures of the game throughout this entire Ontario Cup Finals. Make sure to check on the USA website tomorrow probably to catch all the great photos that he took of this game. Flynn down for Riggin. Robbins can't find anything going forward, but the defense is all pushed up here. Now Burlington starting to move the ball forward as Bertuzzi has a ton of space in the corner. It's a great time to play a ball in. Doesn't get much on the left-footed cross though, and it falls straight to LaFranco, who will hit it high in the air and out for a throw-in. Gergich is just going to retake her throw here. Like I said, great crowd here on hand at the Ontario Soccer Center, cheering on both Burlington Bayhawks and Woodbridge Strikers. Everyone is out here in hand. I see some signs going. We saw some drums going in the previous game. Gotta love all the sport here for Ontario Soccer. As a nice little 1-2 goes forward, and Poulins tries to go forward. The touch is just a little bit too far, as Burlington's going to be making another touch. And just to get clarification, the photos are posted immediately right after the game onto Facebook. So if you want to go follow the Ontario Soccer Association, go check on Facebook for the up-to-date photos. As coming into the field, Kendall McCauley comes back into the game. She'll replace Gergich, as these outside fullbacks have just been under so much pressure here early from the Strikers. Got to keep switching them out to keep them fresh as we're in the 30th minute. High ball down the line, and it goes out for a Woodbridge throw, and now Woodbridge is finally able to make their substitution they've been waiting a few minutes for. As going to be Kenya Saunders, 5 goals this season. She's going to come on the near side for Develis. Develis had a great opening few moments. And it looks like Tyrell is actually going to go over back to this near side of the field. And Saunders going over to the far side as play continues for the Bayhawks. Doing well as Michelli hits it down to midfield. Brought down by the Bayhawks. They're going to try and move it forward. Reagan, she's got an overlap run from Flynn, but played the ball a little bit too early there. And the Strikers are able to get possession. Tyrell with time. Didn't realize she had time though. And she gives it right to the Bayhawks. Reagan for Boyle. This could be dangerous. Reagan calling for that ball back. She gets in diving play from Michelli. He's able to block that cross. And it's going to go out for a corner kick as both of these two ladies give each other a little bit of a pat on the back for a great hard effort there. No score between the Burlington Bayhawks and the Woodbridge Strikers here in this under-16 girls Ontario Cup Finals. Woodbridge is going to be making another substitution. Looks like on the next stoppage of play. Here comes the corner from Burlington. Headed away. That was on the top of the second chance, though. And it goes high and wide from Leah Simon. Great ball into the box there from Robbins. And second chance there, just couldn't redirect it on goal as it's going to be the captain coming into the game for the striker, Michaela Recchia. And it's going to be a change in the center midfield. It's going to be Talia Boucher coming off the field. So it's changed in the defensive midfield possession. It looks like Toney is going to shift up to attacking midfield as play will resume. Left-footed shot there from Buckner. Stopped. Second shot blocked again. And Zamparelli can't keep it in. And it's going to go for another corner kick for Burlington. Good play there from Buckner. Just trying to get that goal. Looks like that's Buckner's goal. Every time she gets a touch anywhere near facing the goal, she's just going for it from distance. And that's probably why she has 10 goals this season. That one doesn't go into play, and it'll go out for a goal kick. So as I was just mentioning, both these two teams play in the OSL Under-16 East Division. Burlington's coming in with a record of 11-1-1. That one loss going against these Woodbridge Strikers, who have a record of 13 wins, 0 losses, and 2 draws. Reagan is able to win the ball off of Michelli, and she finds Boyle. Boyle and Simon trying to find Buckner, and she couldn't control it. Finds Simon, though. Burlington still keeping up the pressure. Boyle tries to go with a shot, but it gets blocked and it goes out for a throw-in. Burlington starting to find their footing here in this first half and trying to get some chances going and trouble the keeper Govi Darajan, but haven't done so yet. Three white jerseys were there, and Recchia was the one who headed it on. To Tyrell. Try to play back for Michelli, and that one hit off of Michelli last. And it's going to be another Burlington throw. And the referee disagrees with the assistant referee and myself. And it's going to be a Woodbridge throw. He's getting a nice foot in there with Simon. And Flynn, though, couldn't get it forward, and Toney's going to now bring it up. Toney doing well. She's got some space to the middle. Trying to squeeze it through. She gets brought down. And it's a free kick right on the top of the box. Toney saw the little bit of a gap. Try to split the D. And she gets brought down. And Toney do it with a great run there. And she looks like will be the one going to go for here. On to goal. This is a real prime opportunity on the goal scoring. So I prefer it a little bit off to the side, just because you're able to curl it in a little bit more, and you have opportunities. If a goalie were to save it, the rebound would fall down to those players running on the far post to tap it in. Zamparelli and Tolnay. And it's going to be Zamparelli. She'll curl it, but didn't get much on the pace there. She curled it nicely around the wall. Just couldn't find the pace right into the hands of McCaslin, and she'll cover up and she'll send it down the field. Unfortunately, the blue jerseys weren't there yet, but they're able to put some pressure as Bertuzzi's going to try and see if she can put LaFranco under. And she went a little bit too hard on the push, and she's able to win a free kick for the Strikers. 36th minute, no score here. I'd like to also remind about the Match Officials Day coming up on October the 1st. It's Toronto FC and the Ontario Soccer Association are proud to present Match Official Appreciation Day at BMO Field on October 1st. Come enjoy some pre-game activities. Celebrate the unsung work by referees across the province. A portion of all ticket sales goes to placing life-saving defibrillators at OSA pitches. Tickets are $40 each and can be purchased through the OSA website. As Boyle gets by defense, she tries a shot, and I don't think the goalie took a touch onto that one. And it goes right under the diving arms and out for a goal kick. And Boyle starting to find her way into the game here is number 9. And this time, it just curls away from the goal. Whatever Coach Case Downey did with all these substitutions, it's starting to work here. Starting to see some of the effort going forward here, and they're getting more possession of this game right now. But the key thing, can they get a goal before the halftime whistle? Because all this pressure means nothing until they get one. And Flynn gets that ball first. Hits it up for Buckner. Buckner trying to get by Hofeld, can't do so. But it finds its way straight to Boyle. They turn it over once again. Boyle to the top. She's onside. Bertuzzi! No, says the assistant referee. But Bertuzzi right in front of the net. Fans on the shot. She was offside though, but still right in front. Good chance. Couldn't put it through. Again, Woodbridge just starting to see some of the slouching in this right here. Trying to see, they got to get a leader to step up right now and see if they can push forward and try to get that possession going back towards them. As Burlington's starting to take over this game. Reagan in to take the throw. As it goes in front, Toney does well, and she wins the ball for Strikers, and they're going to try to go quickly the other way. There's Saunders. We haven't seen the speed of her yet. Hasn't had an opportunity to get into the game, but Cialara shuts her down. But Saunders isn't giving up yet. She's still going for it. And she forces a turnover, and it falls straight to Toney. Toney gets a whack in the face from Simon, and she's a little bit slow to get up. And the Woodbridge parents are screaming for a yellow card here. Not going to get one though, and we'll have to see whether the medical staff have to come out to assist on the injured Toney. Looks like she's going to be able to walk this one off. It looks like it was just a bit of a knock. Knocked the wind maybe out of her, but she looks to be okay. And play will resume with a Woodbridge free kick around midfield. Nice little turn there from Saunders. She plays into the top of the box. Cleared away though by a Puckerin. Woodbridge though trying to see if they can get that possession, see if they can use that now to gain some momentum. It's all it takes, one nice little run, and Saunders trying to see if she can do it, but her ball is a little bit too far ahead of Poulins, and it goes out for a goal kick. Burlington going to make another substitution. We're in the 40th minute here, and it's going to be number 11, Jordan Galloway. She's going to come back into the game. She's going to replace Robbins in the central midfield. So that's going to be Buckner. Buckner's going to drop back. Well, assist Boyle on the striker position now. LaFranco battling hard with McCauley. And that's the type of effort we want to see as they will go out for a throw-in for the Strikers. Thrown down the line, headed once, but a little bit of a collision. Play continues though, and it's going to be a Woodbridge throw, says the assistant referee. Coach Gagliardi having a word with the fourth official. Not too impressed with the officiating so far as the ball gets played nicely into the box. Flynn, though, can't control it, and here comes Tyrell. Tyrell has it roll off her foot, and Cialaro is able to help her out, and she'll send downfield, and here comes a counter. Here comes Riggin, giving chase on to Michelli. Michelli plays it back for their keeper, and nice, confident defending right there, and they'll pass it around the back, and Woodbridge Strikers stops that counter. Tolnay hits it up. She's had a tough first half as Buckner gets control. Buckner turns away, and she's going to go against Recchia. She's able to pass it off, and the pass unfortunately goes behind Riggin, and the Strikers regain possession of the ball. Recchia, her ball up for Pullins. She'll be able to settle it down, waiting for some runs to go, and she'll try to find Saunders on their side. Bounces over the foot of McCauley, and coming over Cialaro, and she shuts down Saunders there. The turf playing some funny bounces on to these teams as we're seeing a huge gap in the midfield as just it's going counter to counter each way. Both teams have been putting the pace in there, and we're starting to see that gap in the midfield where there's so much open space. We're going back and forth. Flynn for Boyle. Boyle's got a ton of time and space. She'll try to switch it over the far side for Bertuzzi. Buckner settles it down. She has a chance to volley it. She gets knocked down, and it's a free kick just on top of the box as LaFranco collides with Buckner on the top of the circle. And in the 43rd minute, this could be a chance Burlington needs before the halftime whistle. And Coach Downey is screaming. Buckner's wondering, I won the foul, I want to take the kick, but they're saying give it to Boyle here. 5 players in the wall for Govidarajan, and Boyle's going to go for goal here. Lays this one over. Not much pace onto that one, unfortunately. They get it over the wall. They're getting very good accuracy, are the ladies. Just not getting the power they need to get past these strong keepers. McCauley, knowing she's got to get physical here. And the fans not happy with the way she kicked the ball after the whistle there. But it's going to be a free kick just on the touchline. 0-0 between the Burlington Bayhawks and the Woodbridge Strikers. Are just tuning in here on the Ontario Cup. In between, at the halftime, we'll be having about a 10 to 15 minute break. So make sure you guys don't go anywhere. Grab yourself a quick lunch and come back for this exciting second half action. The referee blocks the pass going to Boyle, and the Strikers get possession of the ball with Tolnay. Nice little 1-2. Can't find the return pass as Tolnay, though. And it'll be cleared all the way down the field. Hofeld, she'll bring the ball up, has Michelli down the line, and we'll play her. There comes Michelli. In for Tyrell. Tyrell has a bounce off her foot, and Boyle will just hit it down the line, see if she could get some Bayhawk support. Dovidarajan screaming our defense. Open up on the far side, and that pass is turned over, and Bertuzzi, though, unlucky. Just hasn't been able to get that touch, has Bertuzzi. She's making good runs. Just hasn't been able to get so. But here comes Saunders on the far sideline, and Cialaro gets a foot in there, and it is a corner kick for the Woodbridge Strikers. Well, Bertuzzi almost got that pass on the switch, just couldn't control the ball there to continue going forward. And the Woodbridge Strikers go the other way with Kenya Saunders, and she is able to win a corner kick. That's how this game has been, just quick end to end. And that's where I feel that when that goal happens, it's going to be on a counter. All right, 1 minute of additional time here in this first half. We're just hitting that right now. Just a single minute left as this corner kick gets taken. Great ball. Header by Tyrell, and she hits that one wide, and it's going to go for a goal kick. That one just hit off the top of her head there, but she got up high as the Strikers fans trying to get a chant and cheer going to see if they could get something going before the halftime whistle. And the Burlington faithful not letting that one go. They're responding with a cheer of their own. Always nice to see both of teams' fans getting into the game here. McCaslin's ball won by Poulins, but no one was there, so she's going to have time, and she might just hold it down, and that will be the halftime whistle here at the Ontario Soccer Centre in Vaughan, Ontario. You're here watching the Under-16 Girls Ontario Cup Finals. No score between the Burlington Bayhawks and the Woodbridge Strikers. Make sure to don't go anywhere. But I would like to, of course, thank Sport Engine, helping the world play smarter and live more. Sport Engine, the OSA's official technology partner, is the leading provider of sports life management web software and mobile applications for youth, amateur, and professional sports, powering more than 500,000 sport teams, leagues, clubs, and associations. Sport Engine features a complete suite of easy-to-use tools that help sports organizations manage, connect, and communicate with a diverse range of stakeholders, including athletes, parents, administrators, coaches, referees, scouts, volunteers, fans, journalists, and sponsors. That is Sports Engine helping the OSA. Don't go anywhere. We're just going to have a bit of a break here for about 15 minutes and come back to watch the second half action between the Bayhawks and the Strikers. All right, and welcome back to Ontario Soccer Center here in Vaughan, Ontario for the second half action in under 16 girls Ontario Cup finals between the Burlington Bayhawks and the Woodbridge Strikers. No score in the first half between these two teams. Very close affair, and I'd say neither team really took advantage, full advantage of the first half. You had Woodbridge having some chances, you had Burlington have some chances. So we'll have to see how things get going on here in this second half. Right to your left, while the Woodbridge Strikers are in the white jerseys, going from your left to your right to get things going on here in the second half. If this game does remain tied after 90 minutes, what we saw in the under 14 boys final, we go straight to penalty kicks. Burlington, no stranger to penalty kicks, had to, in their quarterfinal matchup, had to defeat Saltfleet 4-3 on those penalty kicks to get to this point. As Morel, who's come back onto the field, try to bring it through on the left side, goes out of play for an early Woodbridge goal kick. They won their Pool B Group 2. Then they defeated Saltfleet in those PKs before beating Cambridge 6-0 in their semi-final matchup to get to this point. They're in the OASL division with a record of 11-1-1 this year. Their lone defeat, though, going against these Woodbridge Strikers, who are 13-0-2 in OASL this season. They won their Group 3 Pool A before defeating Ottawa and London, an identical score of 6-0 to get to these finals. As Boyle tries to get through, didn't realize Michelli was dropping back, and she is able to take the ball off of her from behind. As the Strikers are trying to get forward, as DeVellis is going to play a ball in. Poulins is onside. Chialaro comes all the way over, and she'll clear it out of play for an early throw. Great crowd here on hand. Seeing a lot of blue, and the crowd over on the right, and a lot of red and white on the left side to represent the club colors. And reminder, don't forget, we have more Ontario Cup action coming up next at 3 p.m. is the under 16 boys final. Waterloo United going against the Wexford Stingers. Tolnay bringing it on the right corner, still battling her way through. She gets shut down by Leslie, though. And Leslie's going to try and bring it forward. And it's going to be a Woodbridge throw. A hit off of Leslie last. And play will resume with a nice little 1-2 over on the right corner. Woodbridge trying to play it quickly. Now Burlington is able to clear it away. Temporarily, though, still driving towards DeVellis. Trying to play inside the box. She gets brought down on the far corner. Coach looking for a free kick. I don't see one in that situation. And here comes a counter with the Bayhawks the other way. But Galway takes a touch a little bit too far away from her. But now the Bayhawks are finally able to settle it down with Morel over on the near sideline. She'll play a through ball in for Galway. Boyle, though, didn't hear it. I didn't think I heard anyone say man on there, as they are almost able to take the ball away. Gergich going from distance, and she did a low driven effort wide of goal. Martin Ohms here on the play-by-play casting here with this second half action. I'd like to thank everyone who's tuned in for the broadcast here online. As the goalkeeper, Govi Darajan, with the kick, she's going to play this one short. Knock. And DeVellis is able to keep this one in. It didn't go out. So it's going to be a free kick. McCauley thought that one went out. No one called anything. And it's going to be a free kick there. I didn't see any assistant referee's flag. A little bit of confusion there. The referee seemed even confused what happened in there, but it's free kick for the Strikers. Headed on by McCauley, and it goes out for another throw. The wind's sort of going toward against the Burlington Bayhawks. It's kind of going to the near corner of the Bayhawks goal, as that ball will go a little bit too far and out for a goal kick. We've had a really weird day of weather here, and I guess I was mistaken, as the assistant referee said. Took a deflection off of a defender. So it's a corner kick, actually. Instead, I got ahead of myself there. It's a corner kick for the Woodbridge Strikers. Assistant referee had the best view, of course, of there. But yeah, like we were saying, weird weather day here. And Vaughn has a nice step over and they finish! And the Strikers score! What a dummy run right there! And the Strikers put it home, but that was a beautiful set piece. I'm not sure who put in the dummy run, but it was an exceptional finish right there from Catalin Tolnay. And Tolnay puts the Strikers home first, and they lead 1-0 in the 50th minute over the Burlington Bayhawks on that corner kick. I gotta see that one. What a beautiful run right there. Everyone thought that was going to the player who was running to the near post. She let it go through the legs. Everyone stopped, and Tolnay wide open on the top of the box just drills it into the corner past the diving arms of McCaslin. And the Strikers have scored first here in Vaughan. Unbelievable scenes there.
Woodbridge goal scored by number 17, Brigitte Holland. 51st minute.
Played it short, and here comes Burlington. It's always interesting when a team gives up a goal. How will they respond? Burlington's coming out goal to get that cross, but that's a good response from the Bayhawks after giving up that goal. As the wind's starting to pick up a little bit here. We've had some rain. We have some heavy rain. We had a little bit of sunshine. Now we're getting a little bit of wind here in Vaughan this crazy day in Ontario Cup Finals, as the Strikers trying to see if they can continue to go forward. Ofeld. She's going to take it all the way down the line. Stuff is the center back. In for Pullins. Pullins still with it. Down for Tyrell. Tyrell's going to try and switch it over to DeVellis, but Buckner is there, and she'll hit this one high in the air. Wing bringing that ball down, and the second ball is won by Burlington, but it falls straight to the feet of the Strikers. Coming all the way back is Boyle to win that ball. Michelli taking her time here, plays it around in the back of the defense, and Woodbridge trying to go forward here. A little back and forth. And now they're able to carry forward. Michelli coming in with space. Michelli trying to take it all herself, but Gergich stands tall and is able to win it off of her, but it goes straight to the foot of the Strikers. And a hard collision there as Riggin collides with the Strikers player on the far side, and it's going to be a free kick. Coach Gagliardi's telling defense, slow down, slow down. We have the lead now. Don't let Burlington get back into the game. An overlap run on the set piece. And Tolnay tried to see if she could go forward, but Gergich is there to shut it down, and Burlington's going to try and go quickly the other way as Galway's going to carry it up on the right side. She's got a couple players on the switch. One player back is Zamparelli, and she is able to fend off the two oncoming attackers. And it'll go all the way back to the keeper in goal, who'll roll it out. Long deep ball down. Can Poulins keep this one in? And it's going to be a throw-in as Chilaro's being forced to play it. And it's going to go for a deep throw-in on the side as Rekia is going to come back into the game as a substitute for the Strikers. Zamparelli down to take the throw. Finds Tolnay. Tolnay trying to send a crossover. Gets blocked by Buckner. And it goes for a Burlington throw. Probably took off a deflection off of one of those attackers nearby. McCauley looking for some options to throw the ball into, not seeing any runs. Try to throw it by, and there's Boucher. She's able to cut down, and Boucher's going to carry it up. There's Boucher, still with it. Gets by McCauley, plays the ball inside the box, and goes out the other side. As Tyrell just made her run a little bit too late there. Down the line, kept in by the Strikers as they're going to keep on pushing forward. See if they can add a second goal to their tally as LaFranco settles the ball down. A beautiful dummy run off a corner kick has the Strikers up by 1 over the Burlington Bayhawks here in the 55th minute. As Buckner for the Bayhawks trying to move the ball forward. Can't get by this Strikers midfield. Zamparelli with the switch, brought down. Boucher try to go for goal there. Gets blocked, and DeVellis is going to carry it up. She's got some space in the middle of the field, and she gets brought down by Robbins, and she wins a free kick in a very close area. It looks like we're going to see our first player go into the book, and Robbins for that challenge. On to DeVellis, finds her way into the books with a yellow card. Coach Downey's reminding them, watch the overlap run. Don't let them do the overlap run again. Zamparelli and Tolnay both on the ball as the referee's counting the steps. Three players in the wall. Zamparelli going for goal, and a beautiful save by McAslin. She jumps up high and punches that one over the goal. But a great effort for Zamparelli. Hard shot right over the wall, right over the goal. McAslin taking no chances. Punches that one over. Great goalkeeping, great set piece there. That's just excellent soccer you're seeing right here. Corner kick. Coming in here. This one's going to go around the penalty spot. Bouncing around. Finds his way. Pullins. Her shot gets blocked. Aciolaro dives onto the ground to block that effort. Great last-ditch defending coming in from the center back. Just absolutely diving her body onto the ground to block any chance from Pullins up close. Reagan trying to get forward. Little collision between a couple of players, and there's a deep ball in. Appleton back to the keeper, and they'll play it down on the near sideline to the Strikers. This long ball goes down, and Arekia, who's been standing for about 2 or 3 minutes on the near sideline, is able to sub on the field now. And it's going to be LaFranco coming off. LaFranco off the field, and Recchia is back onto the pitch. As the kick from McAslin gets held up by the wind a little bit. Like we said, it's going against Burlington right now. And it will go into the corner here as DeVellis. DeVellis gets by McCauley. DeVellis into the box. There's Tyrell, and it bounces by everybody. Tyrell, though, is able to recover. Michelli trying to cross this one in. And still going, trying to get away. She gets knocked down. And the Woodbridge faithful not too happy. But here comes Burlington on a counter. And we've been saying if there's going to be a Burlington goal, it's going to probably be on a counter. They've been flying in quickly. And this one hits off of Boyle. And Boyle's having a word with the assistant referee there. She thought it was her ball there, and it's going to be a Woodbridge throw. Half an hour to be played here. 1-0 for the Woodbridge Strikers over the Burlington Bayhawks. As the Bayhawks trying to see if they can get this tying goal with Buckner bringing it up. Strike. And Govidarajan's probably just going to wait for someone to come at her, hold the ball in the corner, kill off some precious seconds off the clock. Like we said, Woodbridge 6 goals against this entire season. Not going to be an easy to go out. And Galway went in a little late on the goalkeeper. And I won't be surprised if she goes in the book here. And that's a yellow card going against Galway. And that's just, I'd say, very unnecessary in that circumstance. Okay, so maybe a little bit of frustrations brewing here. But let's see if they can use that. As Burlington's going to make a double substitution in just a few moments. And keep bringing those fresh legs on the field to try and see if they can get the tying goal. As Govidarajan's going to place one down. Buckner wins the ball in the air. Trying to find Morel. Can't find her. And Zamparelli is going to bring this ball down the field. Robbins. Or Boyle. Boyle's got a man on behind her, able to shield her away. And Boyle's still with it. And Toney dives and is able to knock this one down. And McCauley's got to come back as it hit off Boyle last. McCauley down the line. Good ball from her. But Morel just can't get to that ball. And here comes Toney the other way. Toney just drives by Buckner. Toney still with it. Toney still going. Trying to get by Leslie. She gets by Leslie. Still going. Gets by a third defender. Top of the box. Tyrell back. Boucher blocked. Unbelievable. What a run by Toney. Had two white jerseys and looked like either of them are just deciding, no, you shoot. No, you shoot. And by the time they decided who's going to shoot, the defender was able to block it. But a great chance there from the Strikers. As here comes the double substitution, and it's going to be Morel coming off. She's going to replace by Leah Simon. And Kiara Flynn comes back into the game, and McCauley, so they keep switching on the outside fullbacks. As Flynn comes back into the game on this near side. Here comes Flynn on the throw-in. Hits off of Boucher, but she's able to keep it in, and she's going to continue going forward. Pluins. Waiting for some runs. Doesn't see anything. Goes back. Boucher trying to get it down the right side, but there's Flynn. Galway intercepted by Boucher, and Boucher's going to go from distance. That had some nice curl, but unfortunately it curled the wrong way. And it goes out for a goal kick. And Woodbridge now to make a substitution. Kenya Saunders coming back into the game. She's going to replace Andrea Tyrell on the left side of the field. And Bertuzzi is also coming back onto the field for the Bayhawks. She's going to replace Galway, who picked up the yellow card. So a couple of substitutions here and there. Let's see if they pan out. As a battle in the air. And Pullen's saying she just fell down there, but it's going to be a Burlington free kick. Knocking it around. But coming out of her net is Govidarajan, and she'll hang on to that one. She'll play it quickly over to Toney. Leslie, though, read that pass, and she's going to bring this one up for Buckner. A little back and forth play, and there's the deep ball. Saunders coming off the bench, has fresh legs. She's going to get to that ball, and here comes Saunders driving, and having to take a touch is Gergich there, and it's a corner kick. Okay, it's a goal kick, says the referee. And Woodbridge is Not too happy with that one. Again, like you said, that's on the far side of the field. I'm on this near side, so they have the best view onto that one. Might have taken a deflection off of Saunders before going out of play. There's Saunders. She'll leave it over for Boucher. Poulins. Nice little 1-2. Poulins, she's going to go for it. Gets blocked. DeVellis. She's battling with Bertuzzi. She'll play a ball inside the box. This is still bouncing around. Boucher over the goal. And Boucher, first time to that one just on the top of the box. And she fired it high and wide there. Good pressure from the strikers, trying to see if they can find that second goal and could be that clinching goal. Rekia collides with Buckner, and it's going to be a free kick in midfield. They'll play this one short. Zamparelli, deep ball in. Saunders is giving chase. And McCaslin calls for that one. And she'll get hands onto that one to throw it quickly out for Gergich. Saunders gives chase. Good pressure, forcing Burlington to send it down the field. And what we're seeing right now, that huge gap in the midfield, once again, just both teams have players going forward, and the midfield have just a ton of open space in front of them. There's that space we're seeing as Tonne try to send it over to Poulins. Couldn't find her. And Cialaro, does she hit that one off of the player? No, she didn't, and it's going to be a Woodbridge throw. Hard collision. Bertuzzi falls down, as well as DeVellis, but play continues. Boyle. Buckner's gone up to a striker position now, as Boyle's going to help out that central midfield for Burlington. She gets the ball. Waiting for that run, trying to find Reagan, but that one was read by Hofeld. Both players just sacrificing their bodies there to try and see if they can get that ball going forward, and finally it finds its way over to Poulins. Cialaro is able to win it off, and here comes Burlington the other way. Like I said, back and forth play right now. And is Buckner onside? No, she is not. Buckner looked like she was about a step or two offside there, just made the run a little bit too early there. Tyrell's going to come back on the field. It looks like she's going to be replacing DeVellis on this near side, on the attacking side for Woodbridge. There's Poulins looking to see if she can get some help. Zamparelli's coming all the way from defense. Now she's able to play her. Left-footed cross, and Cialaro will clear it away. There's Boyle. Hard collision shoulder to shoulder there. And it's going to be a Woodbridge throw. So that's going to be DeVellis coming up. Looks to be a bit tired. Looks like she's hobbling a little bit. Hopefully she's okay. But Tyrell's back in the game on the right side. Zamparelli dodges the oncoming attack and will hit the ball forward. Poulins trying to turn. She'll send the ball down the side there for Tyrell. Tyrell gets by one defender. Ball goes on the top of the box, just goes through again. That's about, we've seen 3 or 4 crosses from the strikers. There's just no one's gone on the end of them, and they go out the other side. Reagan still bound for it. Reagan doing well. Getting some out from Robbins. And coming out there's Boucher, and Boucher's going to try from distance, but that one is going to go for a goal kick. We've played 69 minutes here. 1-0 for the Woodbridge Strikers over the Burlington Bayhawks and the under-16 girls final. Reminder, the under-16 boys final is following this one. between Wexford and Waterloo. As Burlington wins a free kick around midfield, as the sun has come out for the first time today. Like we said, we've had the varying temperatures here, and now it's the sun, which is always a welcoming sign. Robbins trying to find something to go to. And it goes over to Buckner. Buckner, low shot there, and I think Govardarjan got a piece of that one, and she directs that one wide. But a hard and low shot there from Buckner wins a corner kick for the Bayhawks. Robbins in to take the corner. This one's a high curling one, punched away by the goalkeeper, and there was a little bit of pushing and shoving called by the referee, and it's going to be a free kick going towards Woodbridge. Now Govardarjan looks like she got hands onto that one, as she's just going to play down the wing to an open jersey on the far side of the field and hit it up for Saunders. Can't find her though, as Flynn is there. Once again, Flynn and Gergich have switched for the Burlington fullbacks to deal with the pace, as Saunders gives chase, and Cialara does well to avoid a corner kick and get a throw in instead. Woodbridge going down to take this throw in the deep corner, trying to find Tyrell. Tyrell brings it down in the corner. Dancing with it is Tyrell. And it looks like, did Burlington get a foot in there? Yes, they did, as the defender got a foot in. So it's going to be another corner kick for the Strikers, and Zamparelli's coming all the way over to take this corner kick. As this time, I'd like to remind you about Match Officials Day. Toronto FC and the Ontario Soccer Association proud to present Match Official Appreciation Day at BMO Field October 1st. Come enjoy some pregame festivities and celebrate the unsung work by referees across the province. Tickets are $4 each, and you can be purchased through the OSA website, as the corner kick is coming into play here. Headed on by Tolne, and she can't head that one on to goal. Good effort there from the Strikers midfielder once again, as they're getting closer and closer to trying getting that second goal. Reminder, these two teams have played each other during the season. 1-1 draw the first time, and a 3-1 victory for the Strikers the second game. So still, 2 of those 6 goals against from the Strikers are against Burlington. So Burlington still has an opportunity to get one going here. And let's see if they can use it here with that free kick and try to move the ball forward. Nice quick touch passing, but the pass from Boyle has no blue jersey over on the far side of the field. And taking her time is Michelli to get it. Poulins with a beautiful turn. Able to get away from her attacker, and she's going to send Saunders down on the right side. Saunders going to use her pace, trying to battle by Flynn. They're seeing constantly the defenders and the wingers switching sides. As one of them switches and the other one switches. They want Flynn on Saunders. And she'll head it back for Zamparelli. Saunders, who's offside. She didn't come back from that offside position as she got that ball. Good eye from the assistant referee. It looks like LaFranco's getting ready to come back onto the field. Quick little 1-2. That's dangerous right there. And Poulins into the box, straight into the hands of McCaslin, who does well there, though. Trying to see that wind go against her kick there. As Getting to it first are the strikers, and there's Tyrell still going to continue going forward with Gergich. Tyrell in the far corner. Tyrell still trying to get away from Gergich, tries to get across, and Gergich dives over to block that cross for a corner kick. So LaFranco looks like she's going to be replacing Boucher, if I heard correctly, on the next opportunity after this corner kick. Two players in for the short. It looks like they're just going to choose to hold it in. And we're in the 75th minute, so I think it's just to draw another player in here. A little too early to be holding it in the corner. As this one will get brought in and out the other side. No one made that far post run, but there's Boucher. She was under some pressure on the back by Bertuzzi, and it's going to go for a throw-in. Looks like both teams are going to make their substitution. Burlington has one as well, so LaFranco comes into the game. And the referee says no, she's not allowing it right then. So actually play will continue with the throw-in, and it falls straight for Leslie, who's going to hit this one high in the air. Boucher's going to battle with Bertuzzi, and she's going to hold the line there. Very nice turn there from Boucher. As she'll play a far post, there's Tyrell lurking, and Gergich will get in. Coming out of her goal is McCaslin, and she'll be able to clear it away there. Tyrell put the goalkeeper under a little bit of pressure, and McCaslin realized, we're way out of the goal. You got to continue going for it. Smart goalkeeping still to continue going for it. So here comes Boucher off the field, and LaFranco comes right back onto the field. And Burlington looks like they're going to make their change soon, and it's going to be Galway coming right back onto the field. See if she can get that Burlington goal for her team. As here comes the ball going long. Buckner's going to try and give chase, but that ball doesn't stay in play, and it's going to go out for a throw-in on the sideline. Woodbridge has done a good job just slowing the game down and just holding possession of the ball, not letting Burlington get any chances forward. And that's pretty much been the difference right here in this second half. Another high ball in the air. All white jerseys back as Recchia does well. She battles away from Buckner. And it'll be Zamparelli. Gets away from the oncoming attacker, and she's going to find some space in midfield. Hits it to Tolnay. Tolnay, Poulins. There's the run coming in from Saunders. Great ball from Poulins. Saunders keeps it in. And that ball is just going to slide across the crease, and Burlington's just going to clear it away to the side. Bertuzzi loses it to Poulins, and Poulins tries to cross it in. Ref still looking for a foul here. Poulins slow to get to her feet after that collision, but play will continue. She's going to hobble back to her feet. Couple quick passes in Zamparelli. Long ball in for Tyrell, and Cialaro gets up, and she'll be able to head it away for Boyle. Boyle's long ball up again. No jersey there. Just a little bit, looks like misconnection right now between the midfielders and the forwards for Burlington. And Zamparelli, the long ball in after passes with LaFranco. And that's that open space I've been talking about right there. Just a huge gap in midfield. It's just every blue jersey is up right now, and the rest are back. And same with Woodbridge. That's just a giant gap in the middle of the field. So if you're able to get to that ball, you just got a ton of space to go the other way. And here comes Gergich with that opportunity. Up for Buckner. And that one goes forward, and Woodbridge has a player down on the field and still going forward, and it slides in, and it just missed the net. Unbelievable. As Buckner slid in to try to slide in an open goal, and just goes wide of the post, so close to tying the game, and we got an injured player on the field. And the Woodbridge coaches are getting very furious right now, arguing with the fourth official over on the sideline, not too impressed with the fact that the play continued, despite the fact that we had an injured player down on the turf. I think that was Poulin. No, I checked that. I was wrong. It's a Tolnay, I believe, who's down on the field. She's had an exceptional game, has Tolnay. And it'll be unfortunate if she'll be forced to come off the pitch. But we're in the 80th minute now, 1-0 for the Strikers. And the Bayhawks almost out of nothing there. Everyone kind of froze. I think everyone was expecting a whistle to be blown there for the injured player. But it was Buckner who just continued driving, continued playing. And she almost found her way into the bottom corner as Galway is going to make her substitution, as well as McCauley onto the field again. Looks like it's an ankle injury here. But again, we like to take this time, of course, as we see, it's LaFranco who is down on the field. And it looks like she's going to be able to walk this one off. She's going to come off for a split second. She looks like she's going to be able to return back on the field. This is Ashley LaFranco. And play will resume with the goal kick. And she'll just have to wait for the referee's allowance to get back onto the field. As knocking around for her, here's Boyle. Over to Buckner. Buckner, her shot gets blocked. And Tolnay will send it down the field. LaFranco still on the sideline. And here they come the other way. Through ball in, here comes Saunders, and she has that pace down on that right side. The game's starting to come alive here. Saunders in the right corner, going one-on-one with Flynn. Cuts inside, she goes for the cross, but no one was there on the other side. And Gergich is able to settle it down. Here it comes forward is Boyle. Boyle over to Buckner. Buckner down the right side, and Reagan's giving chase, and Reagan collides hard with the player, and she's able to win a throw-in, does Reagan. And we have Michelli, who's down after that collision with Reagan. She's slow to get to her feet, and LaFranco's back on the field. Coach Gagliardi still having words with the fourth official here. He's got to be careful, but he's arguing, he's just looking for the safety of his players on the field. And it looks like Michelli's able to get to her feet, and it looks like her teammates unfortunately have to carry off the field. That's not a sight you want to see. And hopefully she looks to be okay. The medical staff staying nearby, getting ready to run over. The medical staff has to wait for the indication, and now there it is. As she'll need a sub off the field. Does Michelli, so she's going to go off onto the far sideline as the medical staff will go around the field. And coming onto the field will be number 18. That's Juliana Fernandez. That's going to be her first action onto the field. And play will resume here, and a little confusion here. Can the player come on the field? And yes, Fernandez is now able to come onto the field as the substitution is completed. And Burlington will continue the pressure though, as you have an injured Burlington player down the side, and we have a waving flag going on here. And the assistant referee blows the play down, and Burlington player is down injured. And this game is just starting to get crazier. We're at the 84th minute here. And we have an injured Burlington player, and this one doesn't look like it's something little here. Apologize. There's just a little bit of confusion going on here on this near sideline as we're winding down here. But Woodbridge Strikers lead the Burlington Bayhawks here 1-0 in the under-16 girls final. I'd like to take this time to thank Soccer X. Whether you need a new pair of shoes or your team is looking to get outfitted in the latest gear from the largest soccer brands in the world, SoccerX.com is the place to go. SoccerX.com is the official apparel and equipment supplier of the OSA and can provide you with one-stop shopping for everything you and your team need to play, officiate, coach, or simply enjoy the beautiful game. That is SoccerX.com. Also a reminder, coming up next, don't go anywhere, it's the under-16 boys Tier 1 finals between Waterloo United and Scarborough Wexford Stingers, followed by the women's final, Scarborough GS United and the Devon Azuri, two very top women's teams there, and it's Gloucester Celtic going against Caledon FC, and the finals for the men's action. That'll be at 8 p.m. this evening, so full slate of action. Great Ontario Cup final games to still be played here in Vaughan, Ontario, as the Burlington player looks like she needs to be carried off to the sidelines here. So it looks like both injured players coming in behind, and it'll be McCauley coming onto the field to replace the injured player. Couldn't see who it was on the far sideline, but play will now resume with the drop ball, and it's going to be Woodbridge's ball to resume play. And she'll roll it down quickly, does Govidarajan down the line, and sliding there to keep it in was the Woodbridge player, but it falls right to the Bayhawks. And here comes Regan, she plays the ball inside the box, but Govidarajan is able to corral that one. Deep ball down the sideline, and McAslin's having to come out of her goal, and the wind just carrying that ball down all the way to the hands of the keeper, and she's going to roll it down quickly to Cialara. 87th minute here, but there'll be a lot of additional time, probably about 4 or 5 minutes, I would estimate. So still plenty of action here for the Burlington Bayhawks to try and tie up this Ontario Cup final. LaFranco down for Tyrell. Saunders is making that run once again, and this time he bounces over Flynn, and Saunders will give chase. Leslie taking no chances, hits this one out for a throw-in. Zamparelli taking her time before taking the throw. And holding in the corner is Poulin's doing a great job. Bertucci's coming over to help. And she wins the corner kick. Does Poulin's great job holding the ball in the corner. Won't be surprised to just see the two players and hold it. They'll try to hold it into the corner as long as they can. That's Tone and Poulins. And it's going to be throw towards Burlington. They'll win in the corner, but still in. And now they'll make that substitution as Galway will come on. And she'll replace Bertucci. So Bertucci's off, Galway's on, and Burlington trying to see if they could get any attacking threat to tie this game up. 5 minutes of additional time was the indication I saw from the referee. So still 6 minutes to be played in this game.
The referee has indicated a minimum of 5 minutes to be added.
Here comes a throw-in down the line. One in the air by Tolnay, and Burlington gets another throw. Throwing down the line again. No blue jersey there, though. And Woodbridge is able to hit this one high in the air. Leslie battling with Poulins, and here comes Poulins giving chance. Cialara's going to come all the way over. And she'll bring it down to the sideline. And Poulins looked like she pulled something there as she tried to go for it. And play will continue with LaFranco. LaFranco. Poulins gets her feet. She's hobbling. And now Saunders is just going to hold it and bring it into the corner. And it's going to be a blue throw. Burlington gets the throw on the near side. And that ball didn't look like that went in. And now they got the injured player down. Poulins is going to go down, as well as Burlington's going to be making a substitution. So frantic play in these last few minutes, as Morrell will replace Leslie, the center back. So we got an attacking player for defender. And Poulins looks like she's going to come off for the injured Poulins. So coming into the game, it'll be Boucher, and she'll go up top for the Strikers. Crazy action in these last 15-20 minutes. Saunders wins that ball off the throw-in, and Cialara's moving back, and she's going to send this one high in the air. Bouncing around, and now Buckner is going to keep going forward, and she'll be able to win it. Buckner for Galway. Galway, though, got clipped there from Zamparelli, and she wins a free kick. Here comes a kick from Buckner, high in the air, bouncing around and headed aside by the Strikers. Still trying to put it back in is Robbins, and cleared away once again by the Strikers. Cialara, can she put it in? Doesn't get much of a foot onto that one, unfortunately, and the Saunders will watch that one go out of play for a Strikers throw. In added time right now, Woodbridge Strikers off of a beautiful dummy run on a corner kick lead Burlington Bayhawks 1-0. As LaFranco trying to get it by Buckner, and it hits off of Buckner last for another throw-in. Zamparelli's throw, deep throw down the line. Utilizing that wind, Cialara's kick will go high in the air. Robbins can't bring it forward, and now Buckner, check that, McCauley's all the way back. She turns over, here comes Tolnay. Tolnay, one-on-one with Cialara. Tolnay goes around, she gets brought down, and it's a free kick on top of the box, and possibly a yellow card here as well. But at least a free kick here for the Woodbridge Strikers, and it's just a free kick. And this is a great opportunity here. Are they going to go for the goal here for the second goal, or are they just going to hit it into the corner? In this area, you gotta go for it here, does Tolnay or Zamparelli. And coach is telling them to shoot, go for it. So here they come. Zamparelli, she's gonna go for it, and she goes into the goal, and that's the clincher. Chloe Zamparelli just fires it into the top corner, and Woodbridge Strikers should be your Ontario Cup champions after that one. What a brilliant free kick there from Zamparelli. McAslin was frozen in goal as that one just goes into the top corner, and it's Woodbridge Strikers 2, Burlington Bayhawks 0 here in Vaughan, Ontario. What a brilliant free kick there from the right fullback. Two outstanding goals for this strong Woodbridge Strikers squad. Unbelievable. We're still in additional time here, though. Can Burlington get one back? Ball goes in through. Battling there is Regan. Regan's played a very strong physical game. She's still going to go for it. They're hustling still is Burlington. And she takes a tumble. And here comes Woodbridge the other way. And that ball goes all the way down. And it goes out for a throw-in. Reminder, following this game will be the trophy presentation. Make sure to stay tuned for that one. And I'd like to thank all the fans who's attended here this game. Great crowd here as well as online. As we got late corner here coming in for Burlington. Buckners trying to move as quickly as you can, telling everybody to go forward here. And this one will be played in here. And great hands coming from Govidarajan. And she hangs on to that one off the corner kick, and she's just going to send this one deep down, and there is the final whistle, and your under 16 girls Ontario Cup champions are the Woodbridge Strikers with a 2-0 victory over the Burlington Bayhawks. It was a great finish here, and it was just two great individual efforts coming in. That free kick late was the clincher, but a beautiful set piece play and just an outstanding work rate coming in from those strikers. On results, remember, don't go anywhere. Coming up next, it'll be Waterloo going against Wexford in the under 16 boys final. I'd like to thank everyone who's tuned in once again. This has been Martin Ohms here. Don't go anywhere. Stay tuned for the presentations. And until next time, in just a bit, we'll see you guys.